Oh, bother.
Hello my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Reign of the Jade Dragon. I'm still Yin Yang Total War, and it has been a few days since I've been able to record, but I am happy to be back. So, picking up where we left things off, we had unfortunately just lost our caravan to an ogre ambush, which, pretty devastating if you ask me, but that's okay. We will continue, and, we'll see how the Jade Dragon feels once word reaches him. Now, we're going to have to launch another caravan. It looks like Peng Tong is ready to go again, but his forces are still a little worse for wear. So let's instead send Ping Mo. And we'll have to find a good destination for him to go to. The south is not looking too great for us. Looks like Marienburg, or let's go to Bretonia this time. We will dispatch to Bretonia this time.
I will make my ancestors proud. Lord Magistrate reporting.
All right, and as I recall, we were preparing for a battle with the undead. It doesn't look like they took advantage of attacking Jin Ding while they had a chance, so we're going to unite our armies and march south.
Master of the province.
Well, I say that. It looks like we can't march south for some reason, and I'm not sure why.
Cathay must prosper, always. It benefits the Empire.
Okay, well, Jin Ding does not wish to go very far, it appears,
Leader of men.
but we will, I guess what we'll do is we'll come here.
Intolerable.
Soldiers of the dragon.
This should allow us to stop any advance onto the Bridge of Heaven. If they go for the Bridge of Heaven, then we will trap them there. But our main goal is to attack Shilong. Not again, I'm not sure why this Duskwite is appearing as a Skaven. I did see another YouTuber had a fix for that, but I have not watched that fix just yet. So,
I should trade.
what else do we have going on across the across our very multifaceted empire? Oh, that's right, Yin Yin is heading back home. We're going to have to keep her a little bit close to the coastline, so that's good. We'll be able to see all the different factions.
Open the book of wow.
Shugengan Lord reporting.
And Mayun Kong is getting ready to possibly have to defend Pahua against the Dark Elves. And we have ignored the Dark Elves in the Blood Hall in exchange for moving against Walhadal. We're going to have to uncover what Tzeentch is doing down here, and hopefully we'll be able to take it before the forces of Bordalo can get out here. So,
Dragon.
and that's right, I forgot about Zhao Dun heading to join his friend Dian Wei.
For Grand Cathay.
Cease.
Double the practice drill.
Never. No.
And it does look like we're about caught up. Let's check out what's going on over in our newest province as well of Mount Lee. Shibu. You're in good shape, and we're going to have to move up and take Fu Chao. We cannot allow Dark Elves just to sit on our border like that. There's something that has to be done about it.
An executioner.
Shunma. Say final transmutations are pretty solid. And I believe that everybody has moved that is going to move, so let's get moving on our own. But let's double check real quick. The Isle of the Crimson Skull is ready for an upgrade, so, or ready for more buildings, excuse me. Let's see what we can do here. A jet lion wouldn't be bad. We could go for either one of these. Let's go for the Celestial Tower. Sky Lanterns just aren't that much use to us. And it's actually pretty amazing that we're this deep into a campaign and there's still 258 factions left. Really speaks to the size and scope of Immortal Empires Expanded, which hopefully we'll be able to start taking advantage of Immortal Empires Expanded here soon. I do have plans to expand beyond the borders of Cathay once Cathay is, of course, secured. Now, whether that expedition will be south into Ind and Koresh or east into Nippon, or possibly even north, depending on our sister's disposition, we will see where it goes. That said, I do hope that this video finds you all well. I have been incredibly busy with real life shit. Excuse my language. Real life stuff. You guys know how it is over here on my channel. I try to get as much out as I can, but there's only so much that I can get done between work, school, and everything else that life throws at you. Bragg the Gutsman wants to talk to us. Now, if I could get him under my wing, I would. Trade agreement, of course. We're going to go for a little bit more income, though. There you go. And we'll have to keep an eye on him. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on him. So if you don't, first off, if you don't know who Bragg the Gutsman is, he is the chief executioner of the ogres. I believe he works directly under Greasus Goldtooth in lore, but Bragg the Gutsman has a penchant for violence, right? Like the grotesque kind of violence that even ogres are like, whoa, man. Because when he attacks ogres, he cuts their gut open. His weapon is specifically made to reach around a gut plate and rip your gut wide open, which is sacrosanct to the ogres. If you're wanting to play with him, then I definitely suggest you go ahead and get the Noblar Hordes mod by Mixu and several others. I can't remember who else made it, but it is a fantastic mod. Pretty silly too, pretty silly. So we have been having some changes going into the channel. I have decided that I'm going to do away with the cinematic compilation videos. I know that's where a lot of the subscribers for this channel come from, and we might see a major decrease after they're gone, but I'm not gonna feed YouTube if YouTube is going to turn around and tell me what a bad YouTuber I am for having the audacity take other people's work and stitch it together. So I could see if it was other YouTubers I was doing that too, but it's a company. So whatever. The Blood Guzzlers are seeking refuge. I don't think that we're much for the Blood Guzzlers. The Slaughtermen, definitely not. Harbingers of Disaster? No. Spirits of the Jungle. I am somewhat tempted, but I'm not going to take him from his lizardman kind. The Knights of Calador. If ever there was a high elf that would seek refuge with the Cathayans, it would be Emmerich. So I'm going to say yes. Emmerich can join. And it looks like we have another... is it an ambush? No, it is not an ambush. We're going to fight these guys. It's time. Not vengeance on the ogres that killed us, but we're going to prove that Cathay will not be held back. Let's go. It says a crushing defeat, so let's get ready and jump straight into it.
Cannot prevail against
Remember your training. Trust in the dragons, and victory shall be certain.
Well, our last friends trusted in the dragons, and it didn't work out so well, but I think that we're going to have a much better time of this. Now, one of the things that I tend not to use, but are very useful, are the crane gunners. They are a fantastic source, as long as you can get those shots lined. And against these high value warp throwers, you're going to want to have something that can really just assassinate at long range, right? You don't want them to get close. They are infantry maulers. Speaking of mauling infantry, here comes their infantry now. And our range tactics are working out for us. As you can see, the warp fire throwers have, well, they've rallied now, but they're keeping their distance. We have another set of them over here, but they have been unable to make the game.
No! Don't you stab me, then!
And it looks like some of our crane gunners are going to get flanked over here. But it's all for naught as the Skaven aggressors are turning back. Another thing that I don't love is the Sky Lanterns, but they are putting in work in this battle, I will say that.
Shooting! Hide! Hide! Under fire!
Here come those warp flamethrowers again. Just getting massacred. It's over for them. Speaking of massacres, time to hit these infantry on their flank. And it looks like they know what's coming. They've already given up, so I will see you back on the battlefield, but I'll let the rest of this battle play out. I mean the campaign map, guys. I'm a little tired, but I'll see you there. All right, and a solid victory. Did look like it was getting a little bit close there for a minute, but we were able to pull it off. Gunther. Very cool. Let's see.
Why does the Emperor forsake us?
All right, and it does appear that the, well, I'm very intrigued as to what they're doing, because the undead have fled from Shilong, and now we're going to attack it.
Lord
I'm actually
Magistrate,
going to use
what
Jin Ding to take the city.
I demand their head.
But let's get Dian Wei up close.
Fight in ordered ranks.
And let's not forget our boy Xiao Dun.
Cathay needs them dead.
Now let's get into it.
We face only fools! Selfish, cowardly fools! Cathay's resolve shall overcome!
And noble words from a, well, he's definitely a noble. Now, Jin Ding is going to handle things a little bit differently than Dian Wei. Whereas Dian Wei is a self-sacrificer, Jin Ding is also someone who believes in sacrifice, but sacrifice of the many to accomplish his goals. As you can see, he's going to be marching with his peasant infantry up front, not sacrificing his more effective and powerful force until it is time to actually make progress. So, what are we looking at inside the settlement? Well, we've got crypt horrors, we've got crypt ghouls, we've got the undead amassed. These undead are going to be a little bit different from the standard zombies of the Western vampire counts. As you can see, they are carrying spears. Some of them actually know how to, or remember how to utilize a bow and arrow. So they're going to have more in common with the Vampire Coast zombies than the Vampire Count zombies, even though they are technically Vampire Counts. Now, as we are not just receiving direct fire from the city, we're not under any pressure to exhaust our troops to get up into the city. And it does look like Dian Wei has arrived. Of course, this is Jin Ding's fight. Dian Wei is the general of the Jade Dragon's forces over here in Cathay, but this was not his battle to initiate. So now, I don't know what the name of these things are, but they are terrifying. They're like harpies, and I'd tell you the name, but it says placeholder. I think it was a mistake on the modder's part, or maybe it's just I have too many mods. Who knows? But they're definitely not fun to fight against, I'll tell you that. They can really shred your missile units apart if you allow them to.
They are
And here we go. It looks like everybody's getting into place. And the missiles have begun to hit. And so it is time to get up and moving. We're going to get into this city. Here come our enemies. And these cripples aren't going to last long. Oh, here comes the nameless. And unfortunately, right into some of our archers here. Looks like most of them did make the mistake of going into the spears, so we're able to actually bring them down with the assistance of our archers in the back. And it looks like the Crypt Ghouls have also been defeated while we were focused on the Nameless. And some more zombies coming in here. Every time I fight every time I fight something like the undead here, the Asian undead, or the Cathayan undead, excuse me, I can't help but think of the show Kingdom. Now, if you guys have never seen that show and you don't mind subtitles, I highly suggest checking that one out. It is such a great show. You know, I mean, it's medieval Korea versus zombies. What is there not to like about that? Am I right? And it looks like we got some of our flaming arrows coming in here to deal with the undead. Best way to make sure that they stay dead is, of course, to burn the body, right? And while that might be looked or frowned upon in Cathayan society, we've got to do what we've got to do. Oh, and we sunk into the earth there. There we go. All right, and it does look as though we have been freed up. Time to split up the forces. Now again, are we taking a whole lot of losses? No. But does Dian Wei back here approve of how these peasants are being used? Absolutely not. And there will be words between him and Jin Ding when this battle is over. That I can assure you.
no rank! Bring light to darkness! Stay in formation!
That being said, regardless of Dian Wei's approval or disapproval, Jin Ding's strategy is working out. The first sector of the city has fallen. We've got another sector over here ready to collapse as soon as we break through that barricade, and this sector seems to be completely undefended. Of course, what we are not completely aware of is the cryptors coming through. They're ready to, they're ready to show us the mistakes that we have made in taking pieces of their city.
We inflict wounds upon...
And it looks like they weren't very subtle in their movements. Our cavalry has been made aware of them. Here comes the Jade army, accompanied by Jin Ding himself.
We are harmed by our own...
And it doesn't look like the cavalry forces have been very successful in the defeating of the cryptors. It's the massacre or the battle does appear to be one-sided, more like a massacre, right? Now Jin Ding's forces are moving up through the center. It looks like we have completely taken this sector of the city, and our forces are moving up to take the rest of it. It looks as though, not sure why these guys are still out here, but it looks as though Dian Wei's forces are moving into the city to secure the central plaza. But the city is almost completely secured, other than the fact that the cryptors have demolished our cavalry. And with that information now in his hands, Jin Ding is moving forward with his best troops, the Jade army. It's about to be bloody. Oh! Get those spearmen in. Looks like things are going better over here. And the flaming arrows are going to bring down these cryptors. That is exactly what we needed. And though many troops were lost, this is a victory for Jin Ding and not for Dian Wei, which is exactly what he wanted. All right, so I'm going to let it play out, but I will see you back on the campaign map. And a decisive victory at the cost of many peasant lives, but we have taken the city.
Seize it at once.
Celestial General.
Now, we will have to do something about the Dynasty of the Damned, but I believe that will be what happens on the next episode because, well, we have hit our time limit for today. So, as always, to all my friends, wherever you are, good morning, good evening, and good night. I will see you in the next episode.
If you made it this far into the video, I just want to say thanks for watching, especially to those of you who have been with me since the beginning. I am still having a blast and very much enjoying the formation of this community with all of you. If you have any suggestions for videos you would like to see, please let me know because I want to make even better content as we continue down this journey together. As always, if you enjoy what I'm doing here and want to support me, then you know what to do.
Comment, like, and subscribe.
And we'll see you in the next one.